welcome back to Home Ed Adventures UK. Once again, it's very good to see you and thank you for watching. Today I have a very special guest, a fellow content creator or YouTuber who is going to talk to us about the journey she's had from leaving school into home education. So this is a child's perspective of home education and comparison from being in school and being home educated. So hello, Kyla.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Kyla. I am 12 years old and I have a channel called Kyla123. I do vlogs, dancing and Roblox role plays. And yeah, I'm very excited to answer all your questions.
Oh, Kyla, thank you so much for being with us today. Kyla's a very special young lady. We do classical conversations together. She's in our community and we just thank God for having you here. So please go check out her channel. Just a little bit about yourself, Kyla. So how old are you?
I am 12 years old.
12 years old. So you would be in what year?
I would be in year 8.
So she'll be in year 8. And when did you leave school, Kyla?
I left school last year, May.
Okay, so were you in year 7?
Yeah, no, I was in year 6.
Oh, you were in year 6.
Yeah,
okay.
Going in year 7.
So did you go to secondary school?
No, I didn't go to
Oh, okay. So you came out before.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So, and do you know what were the reasons you left school?
The reason why I left school, my parents took me out because they didn't agree with the school system and they thought that it wasn't working for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
the surroundings as well.
I see. And did you understand that at the time?
Well, they would explain to me, but I was just so frustrated. I was just angry at them.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really, I didn't understand at the time. I did understand, but I wasn't, mentally.
I see. Okay. Because you were, I could understand you were quite young.
Yeah.
So really you've had about a year of home education now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it now?
I feel quite happy because now that I look back at my school years, it was quite bad. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I have more freedom now and like I'm free and I can study and enjoy with my parents and siblings and build more connections.
Wow. You say it was quite bad. Can you elaborate a bit on what?
I feel like the people that I was surrounding with, and I feel like if I was like now, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. I would be in like the worldly mindset. And I just feel like I wouldn't have the freedom. I feel like I need to be a certain way to fit in as well.
Okay.
And yeah.
Wow. So I went to school, but my children didn't go to school. So I can see a bit of comparison, but it's interesting to have someone from a child's perspective of the education system and the home ed system, and it's pleasing to hear that you've come from initially you were angry and now you're actually grateful that you're. And can you give us a bit of a comparison, like maybe why that is?
So what do you mean?
So what is it that, apart from what you've just said, what other positives have you seen out of homeschool?
In homeschool, I feel like I said before, I feel like I have freedom. I can meet new friends. I learn about communication and I could just learn and explore the world. Right. I can go forest whenever I want. I can travel whenever I want. I don't need to wait until this holiday.
Yes.
And I feel more positive. I feel like I just feel free, to be honest. Yeah.
So something that inspires me about you, Kyla, is I feel like even at such a young age, there's a confidence and a sense of you know where you're heading. Was it always like that, or is that since being home educated?
Well, I was homeschooled before.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out. So
okay, so it's not the first time.
No, it wasn't the first time. So I think I was always like this because I was always like, my dad would take me, but my dad does ICANN self-development. He would take me with him. And I would sell things and stuff like that. So I feel like I've always had this, but because I was in the wrong environment, it kind of like shut the light. And then now that I'm home educated, it kind of now grew back in.
Wow. So you feel like even at your age of 12, that the surrounding you're in, being home educated, is actually helping you
Helping
in this development of your
Yeah.
entrepreneurial gifts, and just you keep saying freedom a lot.
Yeah, freedom.
Yeah,
A lot of
wonderful.
freedom, and I'm just very grateful that I'm homeschooled.
Wow.
I didn't agree with my parents first, but now it's see, I can see now why that my parents homeschooled me.
Wow. So I know you said one of your fears was friendships, and I can understand, especially going into teenage years, that
Yeah.
that's an important aspect of socialization, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about how you that's been navigated in your experience?
So like making friends.
Yeah.
So my dad and mom put me into a lot of clubs. Like they took like taekwondo, gymnastics, and I make friends through that and build relationships. And I just make sure I build a connection with them.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's how I make friends, by going to a lot of clubs like CC as well. I make a lot of friends there as well. Yeah.
So you don't feel like you're lacking friendships and socialization?
I feel like it is a bit more harder.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's more better with finding, because like in school, you can't really trust there. But like when you're homeschooled, you can go to each other's house. Like I feel like it's more better that you can trust.
The relationships are a bit more deeper.
Yeah, a bit more deeper than like just seeing each other every day, and you don't really trust, like they could be talking behind your back basically and you don't know. But with schooling, you can like build a trustful relationship, I think.
So you found deeper friendships in home education?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to hear. I think definitely home education is, quite unique. So when you meet other home educators, there's already that connection.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's really nice to hear that you've settled in so well. Can I just ask, because I noticed that my child, as they get older, there's like less people their age.
Yeah.
But I noticed that having something like CC Classical Conversations, where you meet regularly and go in your groups, how does that help in your journey of home education?
How does CC help?
Oh yeah, and having people similar age to you.
I think it helps a lot, because I can meet a new friends. We can learn with each other. And when I went to CC, I felt like we were friends basically. It was a very homely, safe environment, and I feel like CC is very amazing, and I enjoy the songs as well a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs, and that's one thing I like to see, that you guys have connections and you're going to grow until you're 18. It's
until 18.
Yeah. There you go, it's till 18. But definitely I think there's something about, even when my eldest, who's only 10, so she's 2 years behind you, but I could see even in her home ed journey that having something regular and consistent and making these bonds, and we don't just see each other through CC, we see each other outside of CC. So it's I understand that that's very important, and I'm really glad to hear that you have that. So and as I say, Kyla, she's very entrepreneurial, she's very confident, she's very mature, and watch this space, because exactly, the sky's the limit. I feel like you epitomize a lot of what we talk about on Home Ed Adventures, where you're just free to be who you are in God. And do you appreciate that? Because I think one thing you touched on is maybe in school there's peer pressure to be a certain way, and but what is it about home ed? Because the more I home educate my children, I wish I was home educated, because I feel like they have a head start
to life. Yeah, my dad says.
So I mean, from your perspective, like, why? How is that? What is that?
So what do you mean, like, how is it that we have a head start to life? Yeah,
like,
I feel like, because like in school, like there's a structure, you need to do this and that. But with home educated, you can learn about like you can be free to learn everything basically. So like CC is really helping. Like you can learn about like deep stuff about science, the Bible. You get a head start to life, and I feel like more home educators have more knowledge than people that go to school. Yeah, they could be smart, but they're aware mentally. They're more smarter mentally. But
wow, that's really encouraging to hear. And I see it. I see
Yeah.
the fruit. I see it. I resonate a lot with what you're saying. And, you know, I mean, just having those limits off you, that you don't have to be a certain way, or, you know, a certain, you can be you, like that. Of course, that's going to be freeing in itself, you know. So I'm very excited to see your future and all that God has. But okay, so just before we finish up, can you tell me, and I'm a bit scared to ask this, but Kyla's a very lovely girl. I don't think she'll be too harsh on us. But from a child's perspective, can you give any tips to us educators, home editors?
For everyone. Basically.
Well, for the educators, for your parents, for me, about, you know, how to educate you guys, how to best help you guys to...
Well, the only tip I could give you guys is just to keep praying and just let God lead you. Like, wherever you feel like to teach your child, just ask God, and then He'll give you all the answers. And also find communities like CC to help as well, to build connections with children. And
see, guys, I told you, she's amazing. She's a blessing. And Kyla, thank you for your time. Thank you so much. And honestly, we didn't practice this, so I'm very I'm very encouraged. My heart is warm, but you know, because it's always, parents can have one perspective, right? But to hear it from the child and a CC student, to know that, okay, it's not in vain what we're doing. And she's just obviously started her journey, but you're thriving, and I really can't wait. So what is your YouTube channel again?
I Can Kyla 123.
I Can Kyla 123. Please check her out. Kyla, God bless you.
Thank you very much.
You so much. And look forward to all the fun. Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Bye, guys. God bless. Like and subscribe.
Yes.